Hello, this is my final exam project. My topic is math and modern music, and my name is Reagan Shea. Why I chose this topic. Most people listen to music throughout their lives, and they use it to release stress and to figure out things that are happening in their life without thinking about them specifically. And most people don't realize that math is involved with music in every way you hear it every day. Throughout this presentation, you will come to understand what I do now, which is how much math is really involved in modern music. How we listen to different aspects of the music allows us to understand different aspects of math and how our outlook on math changes on our everyday use in the real world. A more personal way to look at it. I grew up in a very musical family who supported all my musical aspects. Growing up in theater performances with 10 years of piano lessons weekly and 4 years singing in my school choir, which means I spent a lot of my time every day with music. Spending so much time around music, I didn't realize until recently how much math is involved in it. And now, once I am no longer involved in music as much, I'm understanding how much of mathematics is in the musical world. In order to understand the connections with math and modern music, we need to understand how math and music were created. The very beginning of music. Music is believed to be created by people banging sticks and rocks together to create a rhythm in a unique sequence, which sounds very boring and very caveman-like, but it actually was a very unique experience. Well, math is believed to be created all the way back in the 6th century before Christ, dating all the way back to the Mesopotamian Empire, with simple carvings in walls, which we can see in the picture below. What branch of mathematics? The branch of mathematics that's mostly used in music is real analysis. The definition of real analysis is a branch of mathematical analyses that analyzes the behavior of real numbers, sequences, and series, and real functions. Real analysis continue. The concept of real analysis is rather confusing to understand, but the concept that is used in music is a simpler version. When going over this project, I didn't realize how complicated real analysis was until I started doing more and more research on it. The specific type of real analysis that is used in the connection between math and music is sequences. The history of real analysis. This method was created in the 18th century. Leonhard Euler, who we've mentioned in class multiple times, was the mathematician that introduced this math function. But the real analysis didn't become a subject in mathematics until Bernard Bolzano introduced continuity in the 1800s. And Bolzano is known as the father of continuity and real analysis. A brief overview. Real analytics is an area of mathematics developed to study numbers and functions developed into limits and continuity. More history on the development. The development to study numbers and functions while also analyzing concepts like limits and continuity is the real focus on real analysis. More of the creators. Karl Weierstrass is known as another father of real analysis, while also having support from Bernard Bolzano, once again, who defined continuity, along with Euler, who was previously mentioned on the previous slide. Real-world applications in music. Retrograde is one example of real analysis used in music. Retrograde's translation translates directly to backwards and upside down. Specifically relating to math, retrograde is referred to in music when the notes are played backwards than what was previously played. The picture shown below shows a sequence of music notes starting at one point, going up, going down a step, and then going down even further. Retrograde shows the last note stated going up and then up again and then going down, following the same pattern, but opposite of each other going backwards. Transposition. The definition of transposition is the process of moving a collection of notes up or down in the pitch through a constant pattern. The picture shown shows the famous song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, which, as you know, if you've heard it, is multiple notes being played over and over again, easy for children to hear and understand. The red lines show the same notes being played over and over again at a different pitch and a different rhythm, but in the same order. Permutation. The definition of permutation is the way of one or several possible variations can be arranged to create a new arrangement of numbers. In this case, music notes. This is a really good example of how real analysis is used in music. The picture below shows the order A, B, C, and then in the next note, it goes A, C, B, following C, A, B, which shows an order of sequences using the same three notes over and over again, but in a different order to create a unique experience for each piece of music. How it relates to math. To relate retrograde to a concept in math would be the order of sequences. Sequence definition. The definition of sequence is an order list of numbers, or in this case, music notes, that follow a specific pattern or sequence. The example shown shows the same notes over and over again, moved up a line, creating a new pitch and a higher melody to create a new experience for the ears. Most musicians do this to create unique experiences that match with the music together, but also creating new sound at the same time. Piano note sequence. This picture shows multiple examples of how the same notes can be played in different orders to make completely new music. Sequence 1, Sequence 2, and Sequence 3 all have the same notes being played at the same time in different orders. Sequence 1 starts with notes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it goes 1, creates a break, 2 has a break, 3 has a longer break, and then plays the fourth note. These notes are played at the same rhythm and pitch, but have different spaces in between, creating a new type of music. Why this interests me. I first found a basic interest on how music and math are related from one of our exploration assignments in class. I remember watching the videos provided and being surprised on how much math and music are intertwined every day. As a person who enjoys listening to music on a daily basis, doing daily skills, I would have never thought how musicians use math in every way of their music to create an experience for the listeners. Each piece of music is unique, whether it has lyrics or is just instrumental. Every song has a unique sound because the sequences are all different. Why I chose this. To say it simply, I chose this topic to show how math is involved in the most random ideas of the world that most people have no idea of. I chose this because I have a small interest in how music is made, and I think learning the different arrangements of notes throughout different sequences is very interesting, considering most people don't think math is involved in music at all. Why you should care. It's cool. Understanding the connection between the two subjects sounds boring, but it's actually very interesting. It will impact you if you ever want to study music in the future because you understand you have a basic understanding of how math is involved in the sequences of music. Knowing that there is only a certain amount of notes that can be played allows for music to all be one shared experience, but be unique in its own way. Some notes can be used over and over again in different sequences and different pitches to create a whole new sound and whole new song. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you.